Yo, 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 welcome back to the Hulaham Hour. Kurtis and Nick at your service. It is July 30th. This is episode 35. How's it hanging this week, bro?
And the summer went by fucking quick so far.
Yeah, it's not over yet, but still riding the high of my almost albatross from last night. Let's kick it. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As I said, this is the Hulaham Hour. If you're looking for sports talk, you're in the right place. So yeah, not a whole lot happening this week in the world of sports. However, there is enough to keep us going. Oh, still trying to shake off the little bit of technical difficulties we had to start this off, but we're doing good. We're hanging in there, and Happy Wednesday. So, yeah. All right, let's get right down to it. Got a few different headlines from the NFL before we launch into our fantasy football segment. So, first off, I'd like to point out that ESPN's really starting to slip up. As I read an article earlier in the week that apparently they played footage of Cowboys camp from 2023, thinking it was from today. I don't know how that happens, for one. For two, it's just a coincidence that, George Pickens is now wearing the same number that Brandon Cooks wore when he played in Dallas. But what are your thoughts on ESPN making a 2-year botch?
Maybe they were trying to show the people what it was like when they were a winning team.
I just don't get how at such a high level that happens. Like, if we did that here, it makes sense. But we're not ESPN.
There's probably so many people screening that shit, too. It kind of blows my mind.
Dude, there's got to be so much QC that happens there. Like, there's just no reason for it. None. It's just ridiculous, honestly. But, hey, it is what it is. ESPN, do better. And if you can't, give us a call. All right. Also saw a little headline about Matt Stafford and his health scares going into camp. Have you seen anything on this? You read on this?
I have not.
No. Yeah, he is a little bit shaken up. He's a little bit. There's some. I don't think there's so many concerns about him being ready for the regular season, but right now it doesn't look like he's going to play any preseason. So, let me see if I can't pull something.
Would you really expect him to at his age?
Well, no. However,
asking Peyton and Tom to play when they were in their late 30s.
Yeah. So,
we talking about practice.
Yeah. Yeah, Rams Matt Stafford's health in question ahead of 2025. Sean McVay shares concerning details on Matt Stafford's injury. Yeah. But
he's
like
hurt
you said,
every year though.
He's always played hurt almost his whole career. He's a tough through and through player. And I'm sure whatever it might be, it'll probably be fine. So,
well, this is literally why he's been considering retirement. It's not because he feels great.
Yeah, their goal, he's not going to play this preseason. Their goal is to have him ready for opening week. He's going into year 17.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's not a spring chicken anymore.
Wow. God dang, dude. What are we, 1,005 years old? That's crazy. Yeah, so anyways, Matt Stafford, I hope you get better. And can play some more. So I'm hoping you still got some good football left in you. So, and my
Devontae either.
yeah, and my last headline this week is, I think you saw something on this. If you didn't, it's kind of stupid, but and the fines that they handed out for this were just freaking peanuts, to be honest. But so apparently, the NFL gives any player that wants Super Bowl tickets.
Oh, I did see this.
And apparently about 100 players got caught reselling them, which they're not allowed to do. It's in the contract of them giving you these tickets. And they not only resold them, but they resold them for twice face value on StubHub or Ticketmaster, which is also really against their contract with it. Like, okay, so Super Bowl tickets, okay, maybe the tickets they're giving them are probably like maybe 10 to 15,000. So if they sell them for like 30K, they made 15 grand. Okay. What's
well,
15?
They made 30 because they're getting given these tickets. That's the biggest problem.
Well, yeah, I guess that's right. Okay, so let's just say they're making 30. What's 30 grand to them though? Like, what? How is that really worth it when they know they're going to get caught? You can't get away with nothing anymore. And so the fines that were handed out, I think it said they had to pay 5 times face value of the tickets,
So
which
they paid 50 grand.
again isn't really, even if they're 10 grand seats, it's still 50 grand. That's chump change to these players. And you're telling me, like, there wasn't, it tells me it was probably bench players because it wasn't like Micah Parsons is in trouble for reselling. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't someone that made a headline about it. It was just, and I don't even think there's a list of the players. But I just think it's ridiculous. What do you think?
I think it's kind of funny. Like, they're giving out these 100 tickets that could be to people that actually want to go, and you're just turning around and scalping them on the internet.
Yeah.
It's
Just
like
the NFL players are ripping off the people that pay their checks.
This is as bad as the gambling in the locker room bullshit. I mean, you know it's stupid and you're going to get caught. But here we are.
But yet, let's just do it anyways. God dang, man. That's ridiculous.
It is.
Yeah.
Is it surprising? No.
Yeah, speaking of sports betting, I think I told you about the sports bet that I heard somebody place, that somebody put 10 large on week 1's NFL games and bet. It was 10 grand was the total bet, but he bet under on every single game. I mean, I like the idea, and I see why that wouldn't be bad, and I wish I had 10 grand to just blow on a bet like that. However, what do you think about that bet?
I think it's perfect because usually a lot of these guys don't play offense-wise in the preseason. So defense already has the advantage for a good 2-3 weeks into the year.
Yeah.
And then the offenses start really clicking, and then it's game time.
Yeah. I didn't get a chance to look and peep the odds on that, but it had to have been ridiculous.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
Like, that 10 grand is going to have him set for life if he comes up with it. But,
Watch, it's going to be like...
well, this happens more than you think, but I'm not editing this out anymore. So, ladies and gentlemen, play some Jeopardy music, and Nick's back. All right,
Yeah.
Nick. How's it going? Anyways, you were saying?
It's going to be the Jets or somebody like Jacksonville that screws up his bet with the over, too.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Trevor Lawrence has a 6-touchdown game.
Seriously.
Travis Hunter has 3 interceptions and 3 touchdowns. Like,
In a punt return.
oh, God. Is he going to do kick returns for them, you think?
I hope not.
Yeah, me too.
If
He's
they're
too high,
gonna play
he's
him on
too high
both
risk
sides.
of a player as it
Yeah.
is.
If he's going to play on both sides of the ball to this, dude, you got to get him off the field on special teams.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Total agreement with you on that. So,
He's going to die otherwise.
yeah. All right. Well, those were my 3 headlines I had. Did you have anything else that you peeped this week, or?
Well, Hendrickson finally showed up just
Yes,
so
he
he
did.
could quit getting fined $50,000 to tell him in person he's not playing.
Yeah, I love that he stopped his holdout, but he's not practicing.
Yeah, because they
So
can't fine him $50,000 if he
so-
actually just shows up to the facility.
Yeah, so he's just like taking a long dump and getting paid for it. Like, is that?
Walking around the practice field doing nothing.
Oh man, yeah.
He sat at home for a few days and he's like, Jesus, this $50,000 a day thing sucks. I'm just gonna show up and do nothing.
Right. Yeah, dude. I don't know. And from what I read today in an article, he said it's not that the offers weren't what he wanted, and he's willing to take less money. However, his words were, the guaranteed money was not what I wanted, and that's where we're apart.
It's the guaranteed money after year 1.
Yes.
The Bengals don't want any guaranteed money after the first year, and he wants a couple of years. And he's earned it.
He has, and Cincinnati's too fucking stupid to wake up and smell the coffee, man. So
Yeah, he's always been cheap, though, Mike Brown.
Yeah.
Besides Joe Burrow and Jamar,
Yeah,
he's
except
always
and T Higgins, like you paid all them and yeah. I mean, how is their defense that bad with Trey Hendrickson? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, you get a guy that gets 17 and a half sacks in a season, and you're still, like, dog shit on defense, like, and then you don't want to pay that man. So you're going to be even more dog shit when he doesn't play. Just ignorant. It's ignorant.
Well, you could be as screwed as the Dolphins secondary right now. They lost their top 2 corners in the offseason, trading Jalen Ramsey being one of them, and now their number 1 corner is out for the year already.
Really?
Yeah, he got hurt today at practice. He
No.
is done.
Who's that?
Kuhu.
Okay, wow. Yeah,
Done.
Dolphins, good luck. As a Lions fan, knowing what it's like to not have corners worth a shit. By the way, Detroit, please tape Terrion Arnold's hands to his hips. I still feel confident in his ability to play corner without his hands. And that way he can't get pass interference calls anymore. So just throwing that nugget of gold your way, Dan Campbell. Yeah. All right. So wrapping up the headlines. Keep you informed as we get close. Tomorrow, we have our first NFL game. Yay! I don't even care that it's a Hall of Fame game, and I don't even care that a single starter is not even going to see the field. I don't even care that the starters aren't even going to wear pads on the field. Like, I'm just excited that there's going to be football on tomorrow at 8 o'clock when I'm sitting at home in my new chair, loving it. I cannot wait. Nick, how excited are you for tomorrow?
It's the start of the year, man. It's always a great day.
Yes, it is. Speaking of that, our countdown. Let me get my app up. We are only 39 days away from Scott Hansen gracing us with his presence once a Sunday for the next 18 weeks. Can't wait. Oh, my God. It's getting close. All right. Going to go into our top tight ends list here. Again, we're using Fantasy Pros PPR cheat sheet that has been updated as of 7 minutes ago. Who you got as your number 1 tight end this year, Nick?
Oh, it's got to be Brock.
Fantasy Pros would agree with you, sir. It is hard to argue against that, for sure.
Look what he did, though, with a shitty quarterback. At least he has Geno now.
Correct. I will say that, however, it is like statistically proven sophomore year in tight ends definitely takes a dip no matter who you are. You could look at Sam Laporta last year. He was still decent, but if he didn't put up half the numbers he did his rookie campaign. So we'll see how it falls. I have a feeling he'll still do really well. However, time will tell. Like
Brock's
you said,
never a receiver, though. I mean, he is a tight end, but he runs routes like a freaking receiver.
Yeah, he does. He sure does. So, 2, we've got Trey McBride. I know it's hard to argue that. 100%.
Yeah.
Now, 3, I'm not sure I agree with. Give me a guess who you think 3 is.
I got about 6 names in my head. Who do they got?
Well, I'll tell you 4 and
Probably
5. And then Huh?
They probably got Kraft at 3.
No.
No?
No.
You actually had the best numbers.
So, I'll give you 4 and 5, and then we'll come back to 3, because I disagree with 3 completely. I mean, maybe I'm just biased because I've had him before, and he hasn't parred out well for me. But at 4, they have T.J. Hockenson. Hard to argue that. Solid option. Got to build some rapport with J.J., but we'll see how that rocks. And 5, they got Sam Laporta, which I really hope he has a bounce-back year from last year and does a lot better for us. However, number 3, they got George Kittle.
Well, I mean, I guess because the Niners have literally nobody else to throw to this year, they are projecting high numbers.
Yeah, I guess that is a really good point that you make. That's probably why he is as high as he is. Now, George Kittle, love him as a player. I love his personality on the field and off the field. He's a great dude. I would love to have beers with him. I think he'd be fun to party with and stuff. But it's like the last few seasons, it just his production has declined steadily, and I'm just not a fan of him at number 3 in this instance. So,
yeah, it's going to be because of the amount of targets he's going to get this year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I get that part of it. And Christian McCaffrey's going to get hurt in week 2. So, I mean, he'll have lots of chances.
Yeah, there's a couple on here that I really don't agree with whatsoever.
What I'm interested, though, is Isaiah likely just got hurt the other day. I don't know how long he's out. That impacts Mark Andrews a lot.
So that looking down the list, that's a very intriguing thing we're going to talk about in a few slots here. So number 6, they have the devil worshipping Travis Kelce. Just whatever,
He's
dude.
steady. I mean,
yeah, he is, but I wish he would just go away. Anyways, 7, they got Evan Ingram in Denver. I like that. I'm really happy to see them have a tight end again because I feel like they just haven't really had one in a while. And I think that Bo Nix is going to do nothing but benefit from having a tight end like that in more than one way. So I'm excited to see that. And hopefully Evan Ingram can go back to how he was when he played for the Giants, not how he was when he played for Jacksonville. So.
Just got to stay healthy. That's been his biggest problem lately.
It has, for sure. So 8, David Njoku. Yeah, but still we don't know. Still we don't know who's going to be throwing the ball.
That's a great thing about the tight end. You only need to be out 5 yards.
Yeah, for sure.
If you're a deep threat in Cleveland, you're screwed.
Yeah.
You might as well just run right out the tunnel.
Yeah. All right. And then this gets me into the topic of conversation you brought up just a few minutes ago. So number 9, they have Mark Andrews. Now, before you said what you just said, I was like, where's Isaiah Likely? They got him all the way down at 21. And you said he got hurt today. What was the extent of the injury?
I think it was a foot or toe, and I don't know the extent of the injury, but that totally flip-flops them because Likely gets more targets anymore than Andrews does.
That's kind of my point. So I'm wondering, because this sheet is very updated, if I would have been interested to see where that was before that happened. Because I had Mark Andrews last year, and he was the worst pick of any of my drafts.
I had like 3 good games. I had him in the other league.
Yeah, and then like the weeks he did go off, I had him riding the pine, and yeah, suck it, Mark Andrews. Anyways, we'll see how that plays out. Now, if Isaiah Likely is hurt for long term, Mark Andrews is the guy, 100%. But we just have to see how that falls, I guess. So stay tuned. We'll keep you informed. So number 10 is your boy, Tucker Kraft.
Now, I wouldn't say my boy, but projection-wise, they expect him to get a lot more targets, and he had quite a few last year.
Yeah, considering Green Bay doesn't really have any wide receivers worth a damn. Do you want to know how satisfying it'd be if Green Bay got last place in the division this year? Oh, my God.
Oh, so satisfying. Them in Chicago tie for last.
Yeah, like 5-13 or 5-12 or whatever the hell. How many games we play anymore? Can't keep up. Yeah, that'd be wild.
That'd be awesome.
That'd tickle me in a way I don't think I could describe on this channel without getting a little semi-permaban. All right. Number 11, Jake Ferguson out of Dallas. You know, Dallas's tight ends, they're not going to lose you games, but they're not going to win you games. It's so hit and miss with the Cowboys offense, and like with Jerry Jones just being completely mental and off his rocker, it just is really hard for me to want to believe he's going to do much. Now, number 12, on the other hand, they got Dalton Kincaid out of Buffalo. If Josh Allen can build a rapport with a tight end, I think they run an offense that would benefit from more tight end touches. But he also has struggled with keeping his tight ends healthy. What are your thoughts on that?
I think this is another year in that offense. I think they will build some rapport this year, and I think they'll have a better connection than they have.
I hope so, because I really think that's the missing piece for them. Like, they finally got a decent run game last year in James Cook. You know, and Josh Allen was playing out of his mind, but he didn't have that middle of the field help, like, at all. He had guys that could stretch the field and then guys that could run the ball and nothing in between. So, yeah, if they can figure that out, that's going to work. 13, Dallas Goedert. He's always a solid option, and to be honest, for him being the 13th ranked one, to pick him up in like the 10th round or later, holy cow, dude, that'd be a W. He puts up numbers. Philadelphia puts up numbers, and he's a beast. He's always been solid for me in previous years. 14, got Tyler Warren out of Indianapolis. Again, they don't even know who's throwing to him yet, so
Well, neither of them can throw an accurate pass. So.
Yeah, especially, you think at least you could hit a tight end, but probably not.
Jonathan Taylor for 2,500.
Yeah, dude, let's go. Yeah, so then we've got 15, we got Jonnu Smith and Pitt. Now, to be honest with you, Jonnu Smith might have his best year ever because of playing with he who shall not be named on this channel anymore. However, he might to be. How did Aaron Rodgers do to the Jets tight ends last year? He didn't do worth a shit in any category. So I just don't think it's gonna. I don't know. I wouldn't take anybody on Pittsburgh's offense this year. Whoever takes DK Metcalf is going to be greatly disappointed. Like greatly disappointed.
Either that or Metcalf's going to have 11 catches a game for 100 yards, and they're all going to be slants.
Yeah. Excuse me. I'm yawning today. Huh. Okay. 16, Colston Loveland out of Chicago. Again, hope the Bears tie for last with Green Bay. 17, Hunter Henry. Now, he was solid last year, especially with Drake May.
He had his games.
He did after Drake May became the starter. And I think, this year, hopefully with him playing a full season, he'll definitely do better. 18, they got Zach Ertz, which, again, if he can do what he did with Jaden Daniels again last year, would be a steal at the 18th best tight end. Because really, I feel like tight ends, the top 3 go in maybe the first 3 rounds. But other than that, it's kind of just a crapshoot. It's kind of just after that whenever somebody feels like, okay, this guy's valuable enough to hit in this round. Because I feel like most of the time, if I don't draft one of the top 3 tight ends and I draft one too early, that I get a shitty draft grade. And I just not a big fan taking a tight end too early. Even taking like Brock Bowers in the first round, I feel like it's a stretch. Like it is. But it happens every year. Happens every year. All right. 19, got Kyle Pitts, Atlanta. If he can figure something out with Michael Penix, it could be dangerous, but I doubt it. Got Pat Freiermuth out of Pittsburgh. Isaiah Likely, Baltimore. 22 is Mike Gesicki out of Cincy, which hit or miss. 23, Cade Otton from Tampa Bay.
He had flashes last year.
Mm-hmm. Sure did. 24, Craig Okunwa out of Tennessee. 25 is Brenton Strange, Jacksonville. 26, Mason Taylor, New York Jets. 27, Elijah something for Seattle. Dalton Schultz out of Houston. Sanders out of Carolina. Juwan Johnson out of New Orleans. Cole Kmet out of Cincy. And Harold Farron Jr. in Cleveland rounds out the top 32. God, they've even got Noah Fant's a free agent still, huh? Wow.
Fair.
They have him ranked the 36th best tight end, and they got him as a free agent. That's hilarious.
Once you get down there, those are guys you're seeing on the free agency on a bye week.
Yeah, it's true. Because we typically in our leagues everybody pretty much has 2 tight ends. There's one starter and one on their bench. So at least that's what I do. And, check out the hardware. All right. Yeah, holy cow. To be honest with you, like Tyler Higbee down there at the bottom. Will Dissly's down there at the bottom. Who's this? Gladstone, too. Oh, did the Chargers draft a tight end?
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, me neither. Good old Tyler Conklin. Oh, he's on the Chargers too now. Will Dissly, Tyler Conklin, and some Orlando Gadsden II. Yeah, dude.
When you talk about like the Tennessee tight end, did you see Cam Ward's interview today? Pretty much basically saying it, even though it's day 2, their offense looks like shit. And his words were, though, we look mid on our second day. And he goes, that's everybody. So basically he's like, our offense is dog shit looking right now.
You know what, though? That's kind of what Tennessee has been missing. And I know that it kind of comes off being arrogant, especially when you're a rookie and, like you're the leader of this group. But to be honest, if I'm anybody on that team, I'm going home and look at myself in the mirror and not liking the reflection very much.
No, it was just funny to hear.
But good for him, though. I mean, that might be the frickin' firepower that they need to do it and do it right. So
yeah, and they're only day 2 into padded practice.
Yeah.
It takes time to get the rhythm and timing down.
It does, but you know what? Good for my hat's off. My hat's off to Cam Ward. Good for you, buddy. Keep it up, man.
Miami U, they pretty much say whatever comes to mind. Ask Ray Lewis.
Yeah, well, they do have him as the 27th ranked quarterback, so
Yeah, I still think they're going to be pretty rough.
Oh yeah. Who's their number 1 receiver? Calvin Ridley. Yep.
Yes.
Good luck, young man.
He ain't young no more.
Young no mo. All right. So I believe that is going to wrap up our NFL talk this week. Next week, we'll have football to talk about. However, we will be going into our next segment, which will be defensive special teams. Then we'll go over kickers, and we'll do IDPs, or individual defensive players, for those of you that do not play that in your leagues. However, we do, and it's fun, and it's great. And if you don't play IDPs, you should look into doing it because it adds another level of excitement to fantasy football. So, yeah, next week we will do defenses. And I'm going to make a note of that for next week. Hell yeah. Okay. So moving on here into some NCAA football talk. Wow. Can I type or what?
I did hear today, though, that Michigan's going to be opening the 2028 season playing Notre Dame in Berlin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it'd be like the first overseas college football game.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, and a good game, too, to start the year. Notre Dame, Michigan.
Yeah, that is a really good game. It's a really, really, really good game. So, yeah, college football officially kicks off. Yeah, the first game is in Dublin, Ireland. Iowa State at Kansas State on Saturday, August 23rd. Wow, it's coming up fast. It's like 3 weeks away.
Yep.
You said the first Michigan game was against Notre Dame?
No, I think that was 2028. They were going to Berlin.
Oh, that's okay. Gotcha. I missed that part. So State's first game, Michigan State's first game, it looks like, is against Western Michigan on Friday, August 29th. And I can't find Michigan's game. Oh well.
And honestly, like that, those kind of games need to go away. Like they're expanding these power conferences and all these great teams in them. They need to have better games the entire season.
Yeah, especially now that they're so with NIL money, with being able, because of NIL money, to do games overseas now. Also, it just doesn't make sense for Toledo to be playing Kentucky. Like, just you know what? And it goes on like from there. Like, here, let's find another funny one. Yeah, like
Alabama probably plays somebody like Chattanooga.
I just seen like Indiana plays Old Dominion. Seriously,
Like if you're in the Big Ten, you should be playing every strong team possible.
Yes, 100%.
Or I think would be cool before you kick off conference play, do like an SEC Big Ten challenge.
Not only that, that would be a really good void filler. However, even if they just did it to where, okay, so there's enough teams in the conferences now that they split it up into like East and West, it seems like. But why not just have two more in-conference games? I mean, seriously. Like, you know, I like your idea of like doing like they do in basketball, the Big Ten SEC Challenge type deal. But even to make it even more simple, just add two more conference games instead of these two first week games with a power top 25 team versus someone that you can't, that no one knows any players on the team except for their parents.
Right. I mean, we got Texas, Ohio State to kick off the year, but every team should be playing games like that.
Texas, Ohio State's like the first big game of the year.
Yeah, I think it's week 1.
All right. Who do you got in that?
It's hard to do it. That's the thing about college. They lose so many people every year. You have no idea who's going to be who for at least a few weeks. And obviously, I can't pick Ohio State, so
yeah, it's noon on August 30th. Yeah, I got to take Texas too, as much as that hurts me. It's not the Dallas Cowboys, so.
Yeah, but it's still.
But it is at the Horseshoe.
Yeah, Arch Manning playing. I don't even know. Ohio State just reloads every year. They'll be fine.
Yeah, that's for sure. Is Arch Manning for sure starting for Texas?
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's see how that hype train pans out for him. So, yeah, all right. So, yeah, we'll, like I said, we'll be touching on some college football talk a little bit. It should be getting going here in the next couple of weeks, and we'll keep everybody in the loop. We're definitely going to follow the Big Ten the most as, pay homage to our Michigan and Michigan State teams. So, yeah, very excited about that. Probably go over the next couple of weeks some, favorites to win Big Ten and the big conferences like that. So, yeah. All right, got anything else on the football front this week?
Nope.
All right, sweet. Okay, so before we move on into golf, I'd like to sideline into other talk about golf in the form of Happy Gilmore 2. Did you get a chance to watch it?
Yes, I did.
Awesome. So I thought it was a spectacular motion picture. From paying homage to the original to all the cameos that he had, a couple of my highlights that aren't spoilers for anybody was the fact that Scotty Scheffler totally owned his going to jail thing and spent a third of the movie behind bars, which I think is just hilarious. And I also loved the joke that every object in the movie contains an alcoholic beverage in it. I just thought that was great. I don't know, what was one of your favorite parts in it, man?
It was a good movie. I don't want to get too much into it. There's probably a lot of people that haven't seen it yet.
Nah, it's okay. We ain't spoiling nothing. But if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's a really great movie. If you like the original, you're going to love the sequel. Of course, everybody's going to want to hate in one way, shape, or form. But name somebody else in Hollywood that can get that many people together that are that famous to do one movie. No one can do it like Adam Sandler can do it. So it's a national treasure. Protect him at all costs. Okay. PGA. 3M was this weekend. Believe Kitayama won, correct? If I'm saying that right. Kitudama. I don't know. Something
he shot some great golf on Sunday, though. He deserved to win.
Yeah. I gotta see. Okay. Of course, it's not going to give me what I want. Shanaba. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, here we go. 3M Open, Twin Cities, in Minnesota. Yeah, Kurt Kitayama won with 23 under par. Wow, good job, man. Sam Stevens came in at 22 under in second, and Matt Wallace and a few other people tied for third place. Jake Knapp did as well. Jake Knapp was at the top of the leaderboard all week, man. He just can't seem to take one across the finish line this year. So
no, he shot so well.
Yeah, he really did. Oh.
Yeah. But every shot, though, Kitayama just kept sticking it right next to the pin.
No, round 3, he shot a freaking 60. Yeah. Good Lord, man. That's awesome.
It was nice to see him go out and get it.
Yep, he took home $1.5 million doll hairs and 500 FedEx Cup points, which that is a really good lead into the FedEx Cup. But there is one more. You stated that the playoffs start this week. They do not start this week.
No, we got the Wyndham this week.
Correct. We got the Wyndham. The Days Inn Championship.
Because some big names really have to play well this weekend. Adam Scott, Tom Kim, Max Homa, Gary Woodland, and Rasmus Højgaard are outside of making the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy, like top 75.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, so odds to win wise, your favorite this week is Matt Fitzpatrick. So I guess my thing is he on the outside looking in right now too?
I don't believe so.
No, so I don't. Yeah, maybe he's just playing to keep his stroke going. But so you got Aaron Rye is second, but yeah, here their odds to win are plus 2,000 for your favorite, which is crazy. Keegan Bradley's at plus 2,500, Ben Griffin's at plus 2,500, Jordan Spieth at plus 3,000. Yeah, you do have a lot of players that are on the outside looking in, like you said. And it is going to be a big week. Like, I think Ricky's on the outside looking in still. I don't think Jake Knapp is. I think he's had enough top 10 finishes that he should be okay. But,
yeah, it's been kind of nuts this year. A lot of big names dropping out.
Yeah.
And Tom Kim was shooting such great golf, too.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely going to be one that needs to show up and show out this week for sure. So, all right, who you got winning it?
Oh, I like Keegan Bradley.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that too. He's due for one again, I think. But also Ben Griffin. Jordan Spieth might actually just show up and actually play some Jordan Spieth type golf. I don't know.
I want to see Keegan get the win, just solidify his spot as playing as a Ryder Cup captain.
Right.
I think he already is, but there'd be no even question about it.
Yeah. I don't know. Jake Knapp's intriguing to me too because he's at plus 4,000 and he's just been so close the last few weeks. Like, get a dub, man. Get a dub and do it right. So, but we'll see. Definitely be exciting. Starts tomorrow. Goes through the weekend. Catch it on ESPN Plus, Golf Channel, and SiriusXM Radio. Last time I'm going to say those things on here without being paid by those people. All right. Yeah, and then after that starts the FedEx Cup playoffs. We'll have 3 weeks of playoffs, with first being the FedEx St. Jude Championship, the second being the BMW Championship, and then the Tour Championship is August 21st through the 24th, and then that will wrap up the year. So, a couple questions. There's obviously tournaments after the playoff. FedEx Fall.
Well, after that, you got the Ryder Cup.
Yep. Well, there's one called the Procore Championship, which is in Napa, but it all of a sudden starts FedEx Cup Fall points. So there's another FedEx Cup, but it's just a shorter season. It looks like that maybe not a lot of big name players play in.
It's probably more just people trying to earn their card. Stay relevant.
Yeah, except like for example, it says in December from the 4th to the 7th is the Hero World Challenge, and last year's winner was Scotty Scheffler.
Well, yeah, you want to beat everybody in the world.
Yeah, I guess so, right?
I mean, if you have an opportunity to play everybody in the world, you're gonna take it.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So, yeah, definitely looking forward the next month, and golf's gonna be wrapped up. And then we're going to be in full swing for football, which is going to pretty much take up the majority of our hour. So this is working out great. I'm loving this. It's been so much fun. So, all right. Liv UK. Moving right along with it. I believe Joaquin Neiman won it. Yeah, Joaquin Neiman. No, wait, no. Hang on. No. Oh, he added a new caddy. That's what it was. Okay. Thank you for that. I didn't really get.
Yeah, that's pretty close to winning.
No, he did win. He totally did win. Or no, yeah, he did. He won with score 17 under, so he got a new caddy and won. So his old caddy must have been like banging his wife or something.
He's been one of the top golfers all year there.
Right. Bubba Watson finished in second. Caleb Surratt finished third. Tyler Gooch at fourth, and John Rahm at fifth. Yeah, it was good golf. I didn't get to catch much of it, but the little bit that I did, it was fun to watch, as it always is. Let's check out where they're going to be coming up, I believe. Yeah, the schedule is wrapping up. Liv wraps up around the same time that PGA will, the same weekend. And Liv plays their championship in Michigan, which is freaking cool. Wish I could go, but I will be out of town. So we got Live Golf Chicago is coming up, not this weekend, but the following weekend, and then they'll play 3 weeks in a row. So they're taking a week off, and then they're going to play in Chicago from 8th to the 10th, in Indianapolis from the 15th to the 17th, and in Michigan to wrap it up on the 22nd through the 24th. Really looking forward to it. Who you got taking the whole league this year?
For what, the TGL?
No, for Live.
Oh, man, it's between Bryson and Rom's team, obviously.
Yeah, team-wise it is.
Yeah.
Trying to find... Actually, dude. Oh, no, never mind. Hang on. Why won't it just give me all of them? Why won't it just give me the standings? I don't know. Their website leaves some to be desired. Here we go. So, Torque. Wow. Holy shit. Teams. So, Legion 13 is in the lead by a landslide now. They are in the lead 218 to Crusher's 172. Yeah, dude. And then it goes to 155, and then it goes to 112, and then, yeah. Damn, Ironheads have scored 1 point all year this year.
And I did see that even the Live, they're upping their team bonuses from $3 million to $5 million.
Wow. Got the money, do it, dude. So you got Joaquin Neiman is winning by a landslide individual player-wise. And John Rahm is number 2. Well, Joaquin Neiman's number 1 at 206, and John Rahm's second at 169. And then Bryson's at 136.
Oh,
so,
geez,
yeah, Joaquin Neiman is just absolutely killing it, man.
Not much of a race.
Not really. He's won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 freaking matches this year. That's crazy. Good for him, man. Okay. Yeah, I think that's going to wrap us up on golf talk. So just got a little bit of baseball talk here, and I'm going to be wrapping up this week. So as we said last week, Tigers weren't doing so hot. Had lost a lot of games in a row. And Nick, fill us in. We're on a little bit of a tear now.
Yeah, 4 in a row. Kerry Carpenter came back, and he is a huge spark on our team. It was kind of amazing. Once he came back, it was just night and day what our offense was doing.
Yeah, it's crazy that one player can make that big of a difference, but he clearly is.
Yeah, like the first day, though, he got back. He's out there yelling at people, hyping them up before the game, like his first game. And that energy just runs.
It does.
I'd like to give a shout-out to Chris Paddock, who we just traded for pitch today. Fucking 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run.
Hell yeah.
Welcome to the rotation, buddy.
Love it. Yep.
I was just pissed the Twins reliever, Duran, who throws hard. He's a great closer. Just went to Philadelphia. I was hoping we were going to steal him.
Yeah, that'd been nice. That would have been really nice.
So let's talk about other gambling there in baseball with pitchers. You see that?
Mm-mm.
So Cleveland, their pitcher Luis Castillo has been sent home for a couple months, and Emmanuel Class A, the all-star closer, is now under investigation. Apparently, like several games, when it was like a certain count and a certain inning and a certain pitch, there was a massive amount of bets on those 2 pitches being balls, like for a while.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So there was another guy on the trading block, an all-star closer, that is now on the PUP list. He's got to go home until August 30th at least while they investigate more.
That's crazy. Like, I just don't, yeah, again, it's no place for it. Honestly,
it was just one of them things. It was like the bottom of the third with 1 out, and on a 3-2 count, that's what the pitch was. Like, it was something completely random. And all of a sudden, there's just a massive amount of bets in this on that exact count.
You're never going to get away with it, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
If you're going to bet on sports, make sure you can do it legally. Or find yourself a bookie that knows how to shut the hell up. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So, a couple of my highlights for baseball this week. Nick Kurtz Went 6 for 6 with 4 home runs for the Oakland Athletics, which is hard to even do on MLB The Show. So, congratulations, dude. You are just having a killer start to your career, and I can't wait to see it keep improving because he's got such a high ceiling. It's crazy.
Oh, I'm so glad he did it in a different ballpark though, because they play in that minor league ballpark right now in Sacramento. People would have never let that go.
Oh, for sure.
He did it in Houston though.
Yeah.
That was the first question I had. I was like, did he hit it out of a minor league park, or was he actually in a pro park?
Yeah. All right. Well, my last piece today, the Hall of Fame induction for the MLB was over the weekend. Introduced two of my favorite players to ever play. I think Billy Wagner got in on his. I guess apparently you can only be on the ballot 10 years, and then you can't be eligible for the Hall of Fame anymore, which I think is a little bit ridiculous. But Billy Wagner got in on his 10th year, so congratulations to him.
Yeah.
But two of my favorite players growing up watching them made the Hall of Fame, which is making me feel so old. One being Ichiro Suzuki, and the other being CC Sabathia. CC Sabathia was one of my favorite pitchers to watch of all time. He was never in negative tabloids. He was always someone that showed up to training camps and spring training and all that, and never sat out for contract negotiations, played for Cleveland, played for New York, played all over for Milwaukee, and he was one of my favorites. So CC, very happy that you got in. They both got in on their first year on the ballot, so congratulations to both of them. Couldn't be happier to see it happen to a couple of really awesome dudes. So, yeah. All right, I think that's going to wrap us up here on the Hulaham Hour this week. Nick, you got anything else for us this week, brother?
No, I don't.
All right, well, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate you tuning in to episode 35 of the Hulaham Hour. We appreciate all the support. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell us how wrong we are in the comments. And with that being said, we are Hulaham.